All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sionnach's workshop. My name is Tig. I am the person behind the musical project Sionnach. Today, I want to show you my new sample pack. It's called Killer Kicks Progressive. It's a bunch of kick drums. So we have 35 24-bit WAV samples. We have 35 Kick 2 presets. And we have various amounts of custom clicks and hat samples that have been tailor-made, that are all nice spice to go on top, and they're quite special as well. For the clicks, they're not just your garden variety average clicks. The philosophy behind it is when I'd make kicks and put a click and a hat on top, I realized there was kind of some sort of tone or shape missing. And I realized it's probably, what I think it is when a track is fully mastered, it's going through EQ, it's going through some maybe saturation and compression. And all of this kind of changes how the kick rolls off, let's say, or the punch of the kick. So I designed the clicks to have this kind of crunchy shaped top end that's punchy. So it's not just a regular click, it's kind of like a mastered click with no low end in it, or like a punchy bit. So you can put that on and your kick sounds like it's gone through a mastering process already. They're all customizable. The presets all have the shape, amplitude, curve, and most of them have a click and a hat, just depending on the style and the vibe. Some of them don't. Very few of them just have the sine wave part on its own. When I first started listening to Psytrance, there was lots of Infected Mushroom, Vibe Tribe. There was for sure some Ace Ventura. Yeah, so I think for me, I've always loved the full power of the full-on sound. I really, really enjoy that. And I think as I've been making music, I feel like there's always a bit of full-on in the palette. There's a bit of forest. So I think I wanted to do a sample pack that had the power of the full-on kind of style, this energy, this kind of electric, powerful energy stuff, but always the really, really nice punchiness. So you can take any of these kicks and they have different styles in the pack. They all are, different ranges. Some of them are a little bit similar, but they'll have different attack or punch characters, things like this, that just make them just vibe a little bit different. But I was thinking, could you make these and then you could put them on anything? And I've been using the sample pack and the presets for remixing some tunes, making some new ones. Yeah, basically just my everyday writing. And it's surprised me actually how good it is, especially those clicks, because it just really adds this finished layer onto the kicks already. And yeah, so I'm going to show you in some projects, one that's a little bit more on the progressive side and one that is an older tune of mine that I recently remixed because I wanted to get it sound better. So yeah, we're going to dive into the projects and I'm going to show you my process of how I use the pack. It can be as easy as you just drag and drop the WAV samples in, classic stuff. Doesn't need much explanation there. Put it into your sampler or put it on as audio, whatever you want. You can also pull in the sine waves as an audio file, and you can, if you don't have Kick 2, actually this is really cool. All of the sine waves have been turned into audio, and so you have all of the hats and the clicks as well, so you can just mix and match and make your own kick samples out of the individual audio pieces to your own taste. And then finally you have the Kick 2 presets, so they have all of the shapes in them, the sine wave shapes, and then there's the hats, the clicks, and there is my configurations of them all, but you can mix and match within Kick 2, and obviously you can drag in your own hats and clicks and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna jump in and I can show you how I have been using the kick pack. I'm a super nerd, so I love to handcraft everything. It's a bit of a curse, but it's horrible sometimes. Oh my god. I'm sure some of you can relate to the hours, just shoveling hours into that dark pit that you never get back. But I don't know, you learn a lot in the process. So So yeah, I love to take all of the WAV samples, just the straight up kicks, and I'll run them in my project in a sampler. And basically I just flick through them and pick out vibes that I like. Then I find which sample it is and I reference it in the kick pack, and I bring the kick 2 preset and then I fine tune it to that song. Cool. So without further ado, let's jump in. And let's just take a moment to check out the absolutely stunning artwork done by my friend Arne Gardner. He makes music under the alias Zenji also. Really, really cool stuff. It's just so tasty. Dear Lord. My God. Ugh. Blah. So good. We got some back information. Yeah. So we are jumping in. Here we go. I have a session kind of set up and ready to go. Here's what it sounds like. I don't have any kick in here, so we're going to fully make a kick. Oh no, there's no kicks. So we gotta make a kick. Let's see if we can't go about this quickly. So I have in Ableton a little rack that has all of my kicks in there already, the WAV samples. So you can, I'm so used to the camera being down here on my old setup. Here we go. Yeah, baby. And we probably need a utility because it's gonna be loud. Okay. It's just probably -6, I'd say. Okay, so we have our MIDI data in. And we are looking at all of the kicks. There we go. Look at them. Beautiful specimens. Every single one. Yeah, and I think it was, we can go minus. Yeah, a little bit more punchy. So I'll just have the track running and I'm going to cycle through the kicks and I'm going to leave MIDI. I'm going to leave MIDI data where I want to keep some of the kicks. So here we go. And I'm going to do Control C and then Control V and then click the up arrow. Like, well, I'm going to turn it off first. Boom. And then we can turn on this one and listen to it. Okay, so now I'm going to choose. Going to do a little battle between them. So I like to bounce back and forth between two and then, you know, do a little like who wins this round and then move on to the next. So I'm just clicking 0 to turn on and off the MIDI notes. I think this one wins the energy round. Kind of listening for the punch mostly, as opposed to, I guess like the whole part. But I want to hear like that punch and just the general character of the kick. I think number 10 wins. Some of the other ones have like a harder, you know, punch and more up. But I think this one, I mean, you know, I'll come back tomorrow and I could pick a different one. But this one has a nice, it's a little bit, just for this track, I think it's like punchy but soft, I think is the vibe. So it's number 10, I think. Yeah. Cool. So then what I do is I go up here. I'm going to pull in a kick 2, fresh boy. Let's see, we get a utility there as well because it's probably also going to be loud. So just on my left, I have a little bit of bassline here. So I kind of set this up in a loop and I'm going to use some oscilloscopy things, ocular scope, to get all of this going. So let's just, first of all, user library, killer kicks. Those are some old and in production ones. And we're going to go for 10. Noise. Let us see what's going on. Look at that click. Let's have a quick listen. Mute those. Let's get the level as well. Let's go for a nice -10. Cool. Yeah, there's something nice about that. Let's look at it here. Let's get our... So we can see that. Okay, I think this is in the key of E, I think. Let's have a listen to... click. Okay, and then the hat. Really like the click and the hat to have this like crunchy top sparkle magic dust on top. Yes. Okay, so we like the punch character. We like kind of how it even rounds off in the sample. So really we just got to make it line up, I guess. Yeah, so if we're in the key of E, what's this? F sharp. Let's drop it down to E first. See what does that do? What does that do? Okay. Fine then. Oh yeah, let's just quickly see what the length of the kick is. 214, so we're just a couple. Yeah, that's fine. Can actually use the amp envelope to... Let's put that at 214. And then halfway I like to start dropping it. So what is that? 107. So if we bring this to 107, yes, baby. Yeah. Oh, sounds nice. So we're kind of in tune. Okay, here's where I like to do more and keep the kick to open. So let's have this on. So I really recently got into putting high pass filters on bass lines. It takes the weight out of the kick and also on the bass line, and it helps the track feel faster than it is. It's just a flavor thing. Sometimes it's nice to have that low end, but I really like energy that kind of stands up a little bit more as opposed to like heavy energy. But again, it just depends on the track, and it depends on, you know, what day it is even for you, you know. What I'm listening to is how the kick is reacting with the bass line. Like, how is it starting to move and groove, you know? I'm feeling that up at 46. That's kind of cray, right? Just gets a bit woolly and woofy. Yeah, even around there. So what I can do is, you know, we can turn on and off this and see how it's affecting the actual kick drum as well. Look at that for a phase change. Now that's gonna, we're gonna be hearing things also, you know. But what I like to do then is just go back into the kick 2 and then just get it back in phase, you know. Yeah, and you can start to hear the bass line kind of enjoy that also. So that's, I mean, you know, in a sense, that's kind of it. And it's cool because then you get the benefits of taking the weight off with the high pass filter, and you can still have your kick in phase. Beautiful. I'm going to show one little trick here with the phase, Vox and Go phase thingy. So yeah, this is more of a like headroomy kind of thing. So let's see, we're at 980. Let's just take her back 1, 2, back to 10. Okay, so let's see if we can't change the phase a little bit, and then we can also go back to this. This is a E-clip trick, I think, from his YouTube channel. Shoutouts. So what we're going to do is change the phase and see if we are getting less level, which means we can push the kick more, and it kind of, it almost makes the image seem to center up a lot more. So let's try that. Okay, so if it goes -9, we're already going in the wrong direction, but let's see. Okay, so really we're just nudging it a tiny bit, and we're just getting 0.1 extra. Sometimes, I mean, I think like on bass lines I've gotten, even up to like 2 dBs extra headroom. So then what I like to do is just check with it on and off. It's such a slight one. Yeah, 0.1. Sometimes when I'm making kicks, I'm getting like 1 point something decibels, and you really hear. But this one's just, it's in phase. It's sounding good. Let's check this one more time. Yeah, and then I just record that out. This little bad boy. Make a little fade. It's all G. Turn that warp off. This is just total. That you don't even need to do that, and I do that every single time for 10 years. I've done that. Consolidate it so that the fades are in there. Yeah, boy. Largest yeah boy ever. C1. We got our kick, baby. Let's just put that there. Let's just grab a thing, because I know that sampler likes to throw the volume up. So turn off killer kicks. We got our MIDI. And boom, we have our kick drum, lovely and in phase. Yes, we love it. And you can hear it still sounds nice, but it's not in tune, and it's, that little just tiny adjustment of the phase that we did. It just locks your newly made kick really, really nicely into the track. So it's like perfectly fits in. I love it. Just that the punch at the start, it comes through a lot clearer. So yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Hope it looks cool. Hope it can be useful to leapfrog your way or kind of jump ahead on getting a nice kick together for your track. And yeah, I also had an idea to just go through the kicks and listen to them and see, does that actually spark an idea for a bass line or something? So that's something I might do also. Yes. That is all we have time for today. Yeah, I hope this was enjoyable, and I enjoyed making it. I learned a lot. I use the kick pack now every time I'm doing anything. Yeah, there's a lot of different flavors in there. I feel like it covers a lot of ground, especially if you're going for kind of full-on prog. There's some deep numbers in there as well. Cool. Thank you so much. It's gonna be on my Patreon shop. You can get it there. There will be more in the Killer Kicks series. We're cooking some already, different styles, so watch out for that. That's going to be cool. Again, same functionality, theory, ideology, kick presets, and then samples that you can kind of quickly vibe with, and then tailor your one in. If that's what you're into. Of course, you don't need to do that. Just make good music, make what feels fun and good, and you're already winning. So cool. All right. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for sticking around. Ciao.